Hey guys, Lee Michelle, Resistance Chicks coming at you March 18th, 2000 I almost said 2010.
2017.
That's the year we bought our house.
All right, so Paris airport attacker shouted, "I'm here to die for Allah."
That's crazy.
There will be deaths. Police confirm, this is what got me, he was on the terror watch list.
Wow.
And he stole the gun from a police officer. And he attempted to gun other people down at the Orly airport. The man known as Z.I.B. at one point threw down a bag containing a can of petrol, gasoline obviously, and a Parisian prosecutor said he was initially stopped for speeding at a road check north of the city early this morning, shooting a police woman in the head. He then held up a woman motorist at gunpoint, stealing her car and driving to the airport. In the airport terminal, the attacker assaulted a patrol of 3 counterterrorism soldiers, making the statement about Allah. He wrestled one of the soldiers to the floor, trying to take her gun. The man was shot dead by patrol officers as they attempted to protect the women and members of the public at the airport. Pictures of the man, who's 39, lying dead with his arms outstretched on the terminal floor have emerged in the wake of the shooting. In total, soldiers fired 8 rounds at the attacker, who was intent on shooting people at the airport. One witness said, "I heard shouting and I saw the soldiers who were holding the person." And so I just wanted to play a little clip of some people who were there.
Moi j'étais à l'étage 0, en fait j'étais juste en bas de l'escalier.
I was on the ground floor when it happened, at the bottom of the stairs. First of all, we had several gunshots. Straight away, we saw dozens of security officers run towards the airport, and it was complete panic.
We saw the man grab the gun from the soldier, and at that point we knew it was serious. We ran down the stairs and heard 2 shots being fired.
Okay, so there's a recent Breitbart article which says that 6 out of 10 people in France don't feel safe anywhere. So stick with us, because we have a friend of ours who messaged us, and we wanted to give you her first sight account. Fearing terror attacks, the majority of people in France are pessimistic about the nation's security situation, with 6 in 10 saying they no longer feel safe anywhere. A survey found that 93% of French believe the threat of more terror attacks is high.
Sure.
71% feel the security situation in France has gotten worse over the last 5 years. More broadly, 59% of those polled said that they did not feel safe anywhere, with almost 1 in 4 opting to strongly agree with the statement. Reflecting the insecurity, respondents said that they felt 69% think that the police and the gendarmerie, I don't know how to say that word, gendarmerie, are understaffed, and the survey found the French overwhelmingly have a positive view of law enforcement. So we have a friend of ours who's living in France.
This isn't just a friend. I mean, this is somebody that Lee and I have known, I feel, almost like our entire lives. It feels like that since we were very young.
I think that she's been there since, I want to say, 98 or 99.
Yeah.
And she's
well, no, it hasn't been that long, but it's been a while. But anyway,
she's married and she has 2 kids in France. She doesn't let people know, basically, that she's American. We're not going to give her name or anything or show her picture for anonymous reasons. And, but she gave us permission to share some of the messaging that we had back and forth.
Well, Leah wanted me to message yesterday just to kind of get a feel, because a lot of you are like, I feel like Le Pen's going to win the first round, but she ain't going to win the second round. And I'm like, I need to go straight to the source, because you guys are either in the UK that are telling me this or in America. And frankly, I want to know, we don't have that many French viewers, I don't think.
I think it might be the language barrier or maybe a Google thing, because we do a lot of Le Pen, and you would think that we would have a lot of patriots from France.
She says, as for Le Pen, where I live, most people love her or her values. She said, it is strange sometimes to see so many veiled women walking around, and sort of confusing. Why live somewhere you don't want to be a part of? Anyway, from my understanding, some people are very against Le Pen because of her father's politics and actions. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, that sort of thing. My friend is personally for a Swiss-like France. She thinks that a transition to the franc would be hard, yet ultimately necessary, because the euro was and is a failed pipe dream that never should have come to be. We agree with her there 100%. She says, as an immigrant, that she personally wouldn't mind seeing her elected, or so I say. She says, no matter who wins, I think that people are sending a strong message in regards to liberty and national identity. Britain, the US, hopefully Germany will follow. There is definitely an unsustainable influx of individuals right now, and I am sympathetic to their cause. Yet, the best option is to secure their homelands, not to give them Europe. And I felt like that was a very profound statement. Yes, we are sympathetic to the cause. Europeans are sympathetic to the cause of these refugees, but the answer is not to bring them into these countries or even into our country here in the United States, but to fix, not to fix, but to help them out where they're at if we're going to be giving aid.
I read somebody say that for every dollar you spend bringing a refugee to another country, you could help 12 more.
Exactly.
In their own country.
So then I was asking her, let's see, sorry guys. She says it's definitely not apples to apples. There are people fleeing war and death, and rightfully so, yet the majority are not women and children or family units, rather young men. It's strange. Even the town next to us is very influenced by Islamic culture. And so then I expressed to her back, I was like, listen, thank you. Because Lee and I have been saying it to you guys. We've been telling you it's all young men, mostly. Hardly any family units or women and children. And so here we have somebody on the ground living in France telling us the exact same thing. She said, no, there are certainly some families, because I messaged her back that, but the majority seems to be young men, at least from what I've seen. Honestly, where we live, the impact is minimal for the moment, but certain towns, especially up north, have become unlivable. And then I asked her about her moving back here to the United States. I thought that was something that she and her husband were looking to do. She's having issues with her husband's first son because the child's mother has all of a sudden decided to...
she met somebody online.
She met a man online, and now she wants to become even more Muslim. What my friend was saying is that there's Muslims over there like there's Christians over here, meaning people say that they're a Christian, but they're not really a practicing Christian. They don't read the Bible. They don't have a real relationship with Jesus Christ. And all of a sudden, this young lady has decided, because she met somebody online, I'm going to assume was Muslim, or is, and she's turned everything in her house towards an Islamic kind of goal, like with no alcohol and just different things like that. And I went, whoa, wait, hang on. Did you really say that your stepchild's mother has met a man online and is now kind of turning everything into a Muslim faith and really going hardcore? And she's like, yes. So that's proving to be very difficult because she's actually tried to get the authorities to kind of do like a in-home inspection, but they won't. So they're having a lot of issues there because, of course, you can't just ask that on the basis of somebody being Muslim, right? So we're having concerns there.
Well, the guy who just shot up the police and everything was on the suspected terror watch.
Right. And said he was doing it in the name of Allah.
And so there has to be a way, you guys. Here's the thing, and I want to just put in here, we're not talking about a religion. We're talking about an ideology.
A political ideology.
If someone comes up and tells me that they're communist, I'm going to look at them leery. Okay? If somebody comes up and tells me they're a Nazi, I'm going to look at them leery. Okay? And so if somebody comes up and says, I am a religious practicing Muslim, and I take the Quran word for word, I'm going to look at you because
you're going to be practicing jihad.
Because Islam has not gone through a Reformation where they
struck in from the record or from the Quran.
They say, okay, we did war here, but we're done with that.
Right.
We're done. We're not going to do that anymore.
I think a lot of people might question, like, okay, girls, I'm not a Christian, I'm an atheist, but I have read your Old Testament and it kind of looks scary. All right? What is so beautiful about Christianity is that Jesus said that I came to bring peace and not a sword. Okay? And so there really Jesus came to fulfill the Old Testament, and now we love our neighbor as ourselves, and we don't have to defend ourselves because God defends us. You know what I mean? Like, God defended the children of Israel and people in the Old Testament, and it seemed like such a bloody thing. Like, okay, the woman that was brought before Jesus
There was a barbaric time where everybody was sacrificing everybody.
Right.
And the Jews were part of a time. And so that's what I say about Islam. I mean, the Roman gladiators. Do I hate everyone in Rome? Okay, you had the Roman gladiators. You had a mindset, a political mindset, right?
Right.
And so Islam became a political mindset. So you can separate a God portion from the political portion. The problem is that they haven't done that. They haven't written a new text. They haven't said, listen, we don't follow this anymore. We don't do this anymore. Okay? And so it's still a political ideology. And that's my point.
Exactly. So I want to get back to the rest of this message because it was really important because I asked her about the rumors and the different things that we've covered on Kali. And I just wanted to know, are they true? Is it as bad as we thought? She says, the rumors being that it's a mess. She said, I'm sorry, I'm not sure which rumor tree grows stateside sometimes, but yes, it's an absolute mess. Good grief. The Channel is a zoo. Those are the uninhabitable parts of Kali. No one even wants to live anymore, and the news channels hardly ever cover it. And then she says, I was asking her if I could share her stuff, and she said, yeah, and because I said, I'll leave your, identity private. And she said, anonymity is a good thing. She doesn't always tell people where she's at right now, that she is American. And she says, she doesn't advertise her nationality because people already think that you're an extremist if you fly the French flag, unless it's a national holiday. So flying an American flag would be like inviting the wolves for dinner. So I found that really interesting and sad that even in France, to be a nationalist is frowned upon. And we're discovering that here in America, where to be a patriot, to love America, to fly the American flag is now looked down upon.
By some.
By some. But in France, it's a big deal, right? So I don't know. She said that she feels like there is a fair amount of racial tension in the south of France, but that there is a large Muslim population here too. But black and white tension, I don't really ever feel. So I thought that was really interesting. So I wanted to give that to you guys just as an update on, what is happening.
She says around her, everybody around her supports Le Pen. So, I mean, I think that, that told me a lot.
And you know what? Go ahead.
That she could very well be a president, and we should look to that and we should pray for that.
And we should be excited. And I'm not saying that my friend is an authority. However, if you guys do have questions pretty much on anything, feel free to email them to us, and I will we'll try to put a link to it. But if you have a question for my friend who is in France, she is well abreast of the current thing. She's very well studied and very, very smart young lady. So feel free to pass any questions that you guys have on for her to us, and we will reiterate them. And also, Lee and I kind of did want to implement a new question and answer segment, I think, possibly.
We did?
We did talk about it.
I don't remember.
We did.
I don't remember.
Huh?
Go ahead.
We talked about this the other day after your birthday cards.
I don't remember.
And I said how much fun it would be if we did a question and answer
That
thing.
would be fun. Sure.
Were you sleeping?
I don't know. I think it's a great idea. Go ahead.
Okay, it's a great idea. So this is all, it's not live. We could stop this and make it look better, but you guys like real deal. I think it would be really fun if you guys did want to just ask us questions pretty much about anything, and we can go through them and answer them and have a little question and answer segment. But listen, I think a lot of times we do these shows, and then there's always like this question, well, what do you think about this aspect of it?
Yeah.
And we don't cover that because we can only cover so much in each.
And we could give some of your thoughts too.
Exactly. And if you want to just kind of write in and just leave thoughts that you think would be really valid on air. We don't have the technology just yet to do any kind of phone call thing. We would love to do that. That would be awesome. But possibly that might.
We can't get to them all, but we'll see.
Exactly.
That's a great idea.
If there might be some. But I don't know how long this has been going, but I do want to do your last mail call thing. So we're going to do a mail call video because we already did one the other day, wrapping up, and we're going to squeeze those together. So come back for that so you can see the last bit of what Leah's been getting in her little birthday stuff.
Packages.
There's still this stuff that's coming. Okay, we love you guys. This is Leah Michelle signing off for Resistance Chicks, where it is not a conspiracy theory if it's the truth. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Mass Faith 3 and Resistance Chicks. Ring the bell for notifications and find us on Facebook and Twitter. We love you guys. God bless.
Was cold.